Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back, welcome to my channel. So today's video is my November TBR. Obviously, as you guys know by now, I film this as I go. So today is the 4th of November and I have 2 books to wrap up for you. Unfortunately, our very first book is a DNF. I know, I'm DNFing Misery by Stephen King at 112 pages. Guys, this book is dragging and it is boring and I cannot get into it. Like, I reached the 100-page mark, like I said, and I got to part 2. But I can't do it. I can't do it. It just feels so bland and so one-leveled and just not, there's nothing in there that's hooking me into wanting to read this book. Like, it's just, I can't do it. I just cannot do it. So unfortunately, we are DNFing Misery by Stephen King. Unfortunately. Next, I read a novella. Now, this was sent to me as an ARC by the author, so it releases on the 24th of November, I believe, if I remember correctly. This is called If He Wanted To, He Would by Tanya Lynn. This is a novella, a Christmas tree shifter novella. 4 stars. Okay, I really struggle when it comes to novellas. I personally cannot give them a 5-star because of how short they are. There isn't much to go off of. So the highest I can give them is a 4-star. So when you see me with a novella and it's rated 4-star, that is like a 5-star for a novella, okay? That is like a 5-star. It's just personally with novellas, I can't do a 5-star for that reason. Now, this is different. This is interesting and weirdly interesting and different. Like, it was good. Like, it had me blushing. It had me blushing. It was, yes. Okay, if you want spice, you want smart, this one. So it is a why choose as well. 3 males, 1 female. Now, I'm not opposed to reading why choose. I'm not opposed to it at all. It's just not typically something I would lean towards. But yeah, this was good. This was good. I will say it definitely had the potential for the author, with the concept of the idea, to turn it into a full novel. Like, with the concept and like a bit more maybe work on it, like the author definitely could have turned this into a full book, like, because it's, yeah. That's all I've got to say on this book, guys. This is all I've got to say. Just check it out when it's released, okay? If you want a little novella, little quick read, I literally sat and read it all in one sitting. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. That is all I am going to say. But I will see you guys in the next wrap. So I have finished. I finished it ages ago, actually. But you guys been busy. But I finished Bad Blood by Melinda Turner. I don't know if you see it. There we go. Sorry, my TV is also really loud, so I hope you can't hear it too much. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. The writing style was different. The characters are lovable. 2 of them did make their redemption towards the end. And yeah, it's different. Don't get me wrong, it's not like the best book ever, and it's not the best mafia book I've ever read, but it is probably one of my most enjoyable reads. I flew through it in a matter of like 1 sitting yesterday and then 1 sitting today, doing sprints. So I've read it really, really quickly. So if you guys want a quick read, highly recommend. There isn't really much spice to it. It's mainly focused on the plot and the mafia side. There's a bit of spice added in here and there. That just kind of adds something to it and just kind of like a cherry on top kind of vibe. So yeah, really enjoyable, and I will catch you guys in the next wrap up. I have a wrap up for you guys. I can't say much because it is the 2nd book of the series, but it's Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness. Like I said, it's the 2nd book in Discovery Witches, and I'm giving it 4 stars. I love the characters, I love the dynamics, I love the bits of information throughout, and the little things that just make it what it is. And yeah, that is our 4th book of month. I just knocked the mic. I'm so sorry. I think I'm catching that. But yeah, 4th book of the month. So guys, so we have a wrap up. I'm wrapping up lessons in chemistry, which I finished last night. I'm giving it a 3. Honestly, quite disappointed. It was not what I expected it to be. Like when you read the back and like how the plot I envisioned going, it wasn't really that at all. It was in there in places, but it wasn't that like fully throughout. And don't get me wrong, the story is a very good story and it is very important in the time of which it's discussing. This discussion in the 1960s and like how women were discriminated against, and sex and race and all that. So it is very good in the sense that it does give you a lesson in that and how it was within that time. But like I feel like where it had a bunch of other bits involved, it was then losing the impact of that because it felt like it was bits that were just kind of not necessarily needed personally. This is just my opinion. But yeah, so I was a little less disappointed with this book. So I don't know, 3 stars on this one, guys. Do the next. Guys, I'm coming in with a really quick update, but I've just read the first book in the Throne Duet, which is Throne of Power by Rina. So you guys can see that. I've not got the proper button, so I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, I've just finished that book. And I love it. I love it. Let me get this up. There we go. Yeah, I absolutely loved this book. I love Rina's writing. I love the Legacy of God series I've read. So this is now from the parents and their story and how they came to be. So yeah, that's the first book, and it's really interesting. Like it's really nice to see this deeper dive into these characters that we've only got like a brief look at. But yeah, we've only seen the first half of it. There's a second book, which is the second half of the story, which I'm literally about to dive straight into because I need to get started on it. I literally read this book in the entirety today. Like I finished this book today, started, finished it today. Like it's such a fast, easy read. Don't get me wrong, like some of the writing is not the best, but like at the same time, it's still really good and still really enjoyable. Like it's really fast. So yeah, I'm gonna sit at a 4.25 in rating wise. So yeah, that is where we are at. I'm gonna get started on the next one. I'll see you guys probably with the wrap up of that one. We're not gonna go for that angle. Let's move here. There we go. Quick wrap up, guys. I have finished Throne of Vengeance. You can't actually see it. I'll just probably put an image up, maybe, unless I can. Let me get the image right. There it is. There we go. Yeah, I finished Throne of Vengeance. Read it again. I did start a little bit last night, but I read mostly the entirety of it today. 4.25 again, guys. I really loved it, and I love the characters in the story, and I'm just like, throughout reading it, if you guys know the vibe that I'm feeling when I like that, you know the feeling, you know it. But yeah, so good. Loved it. The characters of the plot to a story. Obviously, this is the second book, so I can't really say much without giving anything away. But just know I love the duet, guys. Check it out. If you guys haven't checked out Rina Kent's writing, please do check out Legacy of Gods. Check out the Throne Duet. Start some more of the other work, but I do need to read the other books first. So I'm going to take a little pause on reading her books and her connected books, because there are other books that follow some of the other parents and like some of the other characters that we met in the Legacy of God, like the adults. So there's more of those to read, but I do need to pick up another book first. So I will see you guys in the next wrap up. We have another wrap up. I have finished Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I kind of talk about it a bit more in my Instagram Tuesdays video, but not a lot because obviously I don't want to spoil it because this is going to be a trilogy. But 4.5 stars. I really loved it. I really loved the characters and the dynamics and the plot and the story. It definitely gives off Hunger Games vibes. Most definitely gives off Hunger Games vibes. And you know what? It actually gives off a little bit as well. It's still Hunger Games. It's still Hunger Games, but the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. If you get me. If you've read that book, you kind of know what I mean. But yeah, it's still Hunger Games, but like I'm not going to try and explain. If you know, you know. So yeah, we are another book down for this month. So I've just finished another book, which is One for My Enemy. I'm going to give it 4 stars. I was a little bit disappointed by it, a little bit let down. There are things in here that just ended up leaving me very confused and very baffled, and kind of just ruined the story for me a little bit. Not massively. I still loved it. I still enjoyed it. I mean, I still give it a 4 star, which is really, really good. But yeah, just little parts of it set me down. I do discuss it in my Instagram, Chooses My Reads blog, if you guys want to check that out and see a bit more. But yeah, a little bit let down, but still really enjoyed it. So yeah, 4 stars for this one. Hey guys, I have just put the big light on quickly to do this wrap up for you guys. If you're wondering why those lights were on, as well as the big one. But I've just finished my Dark Romeo. I'm gonna give it a 4.25. So it's good and I enjoyed it. And I loved the characters and the dynamics and the whole story was really, really good. There was just bits within it that just made me go, eh. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, like, when you read a book and there's just this thing that happens, whether it's something that's said or something they do, just something, and you just go, eh. Like, it just doesn't feel right for the story that's happening. And there was a few moments like that that just really kind of like put a damper on the book for me. So yeah, that kind of took away from me the enjoyment. But I did still love it and still enjoy the book, hence the rating is a 4.25. Also, like I said, I did love the characters. But Dallas was very childish at points. He had a very childish kind of nature about her. But she is still quite a lovable character. Like, you can still enjoy her as a character and like some of the things she does. But there's just this underlying kind of like childish behaviour to her. Which I don't know if it's because of like her upbringing. It just kind of reflects a little bit. But yeah. 4.25 on my Dark Romeo. We have finished one book talk sensation that everybody's loved. Well, not even just book talk, just a book that everybody has loved. Hopefully we will get some more this month. We'll see. You will see how the rest of the month goes next. Hey guys, really, really quick wrap up for The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. 3 stars. I was let down by this one. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. Couldn't get into it, I couldn't get hooked, I couldn't connect with the characters. I was saying like the last quarter to last half like kind of redeemed the book itself. And there were some emotional scenes that did hit, but just as an overall, the book wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. So yeah, a little bit let down by this one, unfortunately, but you win some, you lose some, you know. Guys, I have another wrap up. I finished Powerless last night. I read it in the space of 2 sittings. I devoured this book, like devoured it, which I was honestly not expecting. I honestly was not expecting to devour this book and enjoy it as much as I did. Like, it was really, really enjoyable. Like, the characters and their quirks and their banter was just like perfect, and like then the really deep, serious moments that they had a little bit teary. You know what I mean? Like, it's yeah. I was a little bit shocked by how much I thoroughly enjoyed this book. Rating, these could be a 4.5, you know. I think it could be a 4.5. Let me go for 4.5 in the rate from this one for Flawless, because yeah, I was thoroughly shocked by how much I did love it and the plot and the story and just yeah. And I feel like because I'd looked at the second book to see who the characters were, and I like the way it's like connected, it kind of simply together in a way. We've been introduced to a said character for the next book. Obviously, we knew them anyway from the books from throughout the book, but like it's kind of been brought. I'm gonna give up trying to explain. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm half asleep, so yeah. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed reading this one. Yeah, I recommend picking up Chestnut Spring series if you guys haven't already. We will wait and see what the rest of the series brings for me. Who knows? I may end up finishing this entire series before the end of this month. Who knows? Hey guys, so I have a couple of wrap-ups for you really quickly. I have done my reread audio listen of Order of Phoenix, Harry Potter series. Obviously, we know I love Harry Potter. It's 5-star reads, as we know. There's not much else I can say to you guys because if you've been on my channel for a while, you know how much I love Harry Potter. But then we have bad news. We went from a 5-star to a DNF on Legends and Lattes. I cannot for the life of me get into this book, get motivated to read it, and when I do read it, I don't want to continue reading it. I just cannot stand this book right now. I cannot connect to the characters because they just feel so bland. I'm not far in, I'm only up to chapter 6, but for the life of me, it's so bland. They're so bland, there's just no depth to it, to the plot, to the story, to anything. And I just don't want to read it. It's just not making me want to read it. So I'm gonna call it quits. I might maybe try again some other time, but like right now for me, this is not the book. So DNF. Legends and Lattes, I'm afraid, guys. But I'll see you with the next book wrap up and hopefully a better outcome. Guys, so we have another wrap up. I literally just finished Checkmate and I literally like devoured the book today. I read a little bit last night and then devoured the book today, but yeah, literally just devoured the book. I'm gonna give it a 4.75, not quite a 5-star. Don't ask me what it is about it that just wasn't giving me the 5-star feeling. So yeah, 4.75. That was really good. Really loved it. I love how Hazelwood's writing, as we know. It just perfect. So yeah, it did have me crying at one point. Like I'm being full on ugly crying at one point. But we're just gonna ignore that part of the book. I love the characters, I love the dynamics, I love the story. And I've heard people say that like romance really isn't part of this book, like more like a subplot of the book. But honestly, I personally have to disagree a little bit. Like, yes, chess is a lot of focus in this, but I would say the romance is kind of there. It's just a bit of a slow burn. It's just a bit of a slow burn romance. Do you know what I mean? It is there. The tension's there throughout the whole of the book of them knowing each other. So I do have to disagree a little bit there. I do have to agree with when someone said it was a little bit like, well, this is YA and like some of the scenes. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not explicit. Like, I've read a hell of a lot worse. But you would have to be cautious if you were going to give it to say like the younger side of the YA section, I would guess. Like the age range, like it's still not appropriate for them. Do you know what I mean? But like it is cautionary. But yeah, like I can still see it being YA. Do you know what I mean? Like a little bit there at the end. Nothing crazy. Okay. Like I said, I've read worse, but yeah, I really loved it. 4.75. Annie Hazelwood has done it for me yet again. Hey guys, coming in with a quick one. I don't know if you can see, but I've just read No Place to Hide by Harper, Ashley, and Wren Hawthorne. It's only a novella, 99 pages, 3 stars. I haven't got much else I can say to you guys. It's good, it's spicy. If you want your spice, perfect little fill-in book. So yeah, recommended if you want to fill in. Hey lovelies, I'm coming in with a really quick wrap up for Scream for Us by Molly Doyle. It's just a novella, 81 pages, really short, spicy. As the author says, it's not a book really for plot, it's for the spice. So yeah, that's all I can say really. 3 stars. Again, it's a novella, guys. There's not much to go on, but yeah, 3 stars. I can't say much other than spicy. So another wrap up for carving for Cara. That's it. Yeah. 2 stars. I'm not vibing with this book at all. Like a letdown. Like there's plot. There's some spice, but nothing crazy. And to be fair, it was a bit. It left it on a hanger. Like a novella was left on a hanger. And I would get it, but I don't know if there's much more to this series. I'm not actually entirely sure. Or if there is a series, I can't actually tell you. I could look. No, I could look, and I could tell you exactly. Yeah, it's not saying it's part of a series. Goodreads says no. Goodreads says no. Or just no, it says yeah, no. Wrecked series book 1. Okay, so there is another book. Which is actually then a full length novel for the characters that are in this book. Out October next year. Do with that information as you guys would like. But yeah, let me down. I mean, I might check it out next year. We'll see. But to be fair, it's just something about it is not vibing at all. So yeah, let down 2 stars. We'll move on to the next. Hey guys, we are coming in with the last book of November, which is my reread of Harper. Well, listen to, and obviously it's a 5-star read. We all know this by now. It's Harry Potter. It's 5-star. We know. I love it. There's not really much that can be said. You know, it's just the vibes. We know what it is. I am still reading The Assassin's Blade, which I'm really loving and enjoying. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be finished like on the 1st of December kind of vibe. But this video is going up on the 1st of December, so I don't really have this one in here. But yeah, I will give you the idea that I am loving it. I'm like, where am I in it? 46? Guys, bang on fucking 46% of the way through this book, and I am loving it. I'm enjoying it. It's just taking me a while due to personal reasons to get through this. So yeah, that is it for November. We have read 20 books. I did set a goal out for 24. We managed 20. I don't think that's too shabby. I would like to put disclaimer. It does not matter how many books you guys read, whether it is 1 or 20 or more. It doesn't matter quality over the quantity for the books. It does not matter how many you've read. This was just a personal goal for me that I wanted to achieve. So yeah, we did also achieve our Goodreads goal this month. We reached the 200 books for the year. We're going to keep going to see how much we can get over. We're already over at 205, I think. So we're going to see how much I can get to the end of the year by. So yeah, again, these are all just personal things, guys. Please do not feel stressed or worried about them. Do not take them to heart. It is literally just personal goals, okay? It does not matter, right? I just want to clarify that in case anybody thinks I'm trying to like push that on people. I think I'm not. It's just personal stuff. So yeah, I'm going to call it quits for this video. We're wrapping up the November. I can't believe we're going into the last month of the year. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared at all. But yeah, we're going to call it a day. Let me know how your guys' November went, reading wise, other goals wise, productivity wise. Just let us know how November went. Let us know what your favourite book on November was as well. That would be interesting to see. I want to see what your guys' is. Don't ask me because I cannot pick. Okay, we're just going to clarify that. I don't think I can pick. Although, actually, checkmate. Checkmate. What else did I read this month? Obviously, I'm not including the Harry Potter ones, guys, because that would just be unfair to all other books. We can't include the Harry Potter because that would just be unfair to all the other books. But yeah, you know what? I think I have to stick with it. Checkmate. I think it's pretty solid, that one. Checkmate by Annie Hazelwood. Probably my favourite this month. Absolutely loved it and adored it. So yeah, that is where we're at. We're going to move on. I'm going to see you guys in my next video, and don't forget to keep smiling and keep reading. You guys.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good